Yeah, I mean, hopefully we're going to start a family at some point when we get back, right?
Yeah. We are planning to have kids. Like, we're planning to have a basketball team.
So first and foremost, the visa for Ara to come to the UK has been approved. They got the approval only within literally 2 weeks, which is fantastic. So now he's gone to the Philippines to pick her up, and then they're gonna head back to the UK. So congratulations on that one. But are they really gonna have kids? I mean, she was joking about obviously having many kids to start a basketball team, but having a kid is definitely something that is a part of the plan because, well, her mother wanted to have kids, and of course, the mother's going to want to have grandkids, and Ara is, of course, okay with it. But the thing is, though, I don't think Ara really understands the challenges that she's going to have as a single mother and a carer. I repeat myself, single mother and carer, because the matter of fact is, when she has kids, I am not convinced that Andy's going to do that much to help her raise their child. I think that she's going to be raising the child 90%, if not 95% of the time by herself. And I also believe because, of course, she's going to have to care for Andy at the same time. This is why I say that she's going to be a single mother and a carer at the same time. I don't know if she understands or is ready for that type of responsibility. A part of me does actually feel sorry for her because, well, I am not fully convinced that this man is with her because he loves her. I'm still on the fence where I believe he's with her more for the case of the fact that she's going to be able to look after him. Because he said the reason why I took interest in women from the Philippines in the first place is because some of the women that have looked after him in the past that have been really good at it have been from the Philippines. So there is that, yeah, that's why I'm very skeptical of him. To be honest with you, she seems like a very, very lovely lady, and I really hope that she has not made the biggest regret of her life. I really hope not. I really hope that this man is going to treat her right and they're going to do right by their kids. But don't get me wrong, I've seen people who are in a wheelchair or have a disability who have been able to be great parents, to be honest with you. So it is definitely something that's possible for Andy. It's just that his intentions for me, I'm not 100% sure if he wanted to marry her for her or marry her for the services that she's going to bring him. Hence also why, he wanted her to move to the UK rather than he moved to the Philippines, which I agree with the mom. The mom said that you basically broke a promise. I think he fully knew the whole time that there was no way he was going to move there, and it was always going to be a case of her moving to the UK. Well, you lovely folks can give me your thoughts regarding the situation itself in particular. But with that being said, let's get crack-a-lacking with some of the other couples of this week's episode because god damn, it's crazy.
Like, is Heloise's sabotaging our relationship?
Do you want Sandra and him to get...
I don't want her to go back to him.
Definitely not.
Because she says she likes you.
Personally, I think when it comes to sabotaging their relationship, I think Finn's doing that all by himself. Sandra told him to not contact the sister, to say that, listen, don't worry, everything's okay, I love you and I want to be with you. But he decides to contact Sandra's sister anyway behind her back to question her about the fact that she's going to be having this kind of party or gathering, whatever, with Sandra's baby dad. And she's afraid that's because, and he's afraid that is a way of her trying to get her sister back with him. But she does clarify here that is not the case because she knows that her sister Sandra loves Finn. But let's get into the next bit.
You are not going to get married with my sister. It's a lot. If you're coming to Brazil,
Really?
I don't think you're going to leave the country and come here to live.
I mean, the sister makes a very good point because obviously Finn, when he was in Brazil, he made it abundantly clear that he wanted to live in the UK. Now, Sandra's made it abundantly clear that she wants to live in Brazil. So, of course, even if they get married, it's a case of deciding where you're going to live. Do you see what I'm saying? And the sister's pretty much challenging him here and saying that if you really want to be with my sister, well, then you will move to Brazil. The question is, does he actually ever move to Brazil? That's something for us to definitely find out. But let's get into this next bit here.
Here.
You're not going to talk about this anymore?
No, because it's resolved in my mind. It's all finished. I think she'll see. I've said, and now I just need to show.
So now he's going to show and prove to Sandra's sister that him and Sandra are going to get married. Okay. But honestly, the way he's gone about things has been very, very unstable, very, very unkind. Going behind your future potential wife's back to speak to her sister when she told you not to is just nasty work. But let's get into it.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine.
I was nervous because I'm about to do something on my bucket list. I'm gonna go for it. I think.
So this man invited Sandra to his workplace, okay, where he's live on air, allegedly. I don't think he was personally, but allegedly. And he is brought her there to propose to her live on air. And I remember what he said: I'm going to prove to her sister that we will be getting married.
Will you marry me? Are you sick? He's live on the radio, and I'm holding a ring out to my girlfriend, and she's just asked me the question, are you sick?
The way he even has to repeat that is just nasty work.
So there it is. This is a proposal ring.
If you ask me personally, I think that he decided to propose to her in this manner because he felt like there's no way she can say no to me live on air. I don't think she's gonna embarrass me. Now, of course, we don't actually get to see her say yes or no. That's obviously something that we're gonna see next week. But at the end of the day, for him to sit there and to ask her in this manner, in my opinion, is not cool. It is not romantic at all, to be honest with you. It is very ambushy. You know what I mean? I feel like he's trying to ambush her to say yes. Put her in this position itself in particular. You know, end of the day, you would have thought that if he really wanted to win her over, he would plan something romantic, something to make her feel warm. And also right now, she is in a place where he is in her bad books because of what he's done. He hasn't even apologized. He hasn't even acknowledged where he's gone wrong by contacting her sister, where he's obviously overstepped her request. He's completely ignored it and invited her to his workplace to propose to her live on air. Why would she want to be with somebody that is what I'm looking for here? Why would she want to be with somebody who can't be accountable for his own actions? Honestly, this guy, absolutely full of shit. But hey, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, but we'll get into the next couple now.
I did hair transplant. The taxi driver said, oh, yeah, I had one done. I'm like, I know someone that wants to get it done. So I took the cab driver's number. I messaged him, say, hi, this is Shauna.
I don't know, it's a bit of a wild one because, to be honest with you, to take someone's number, a cab driver's number in front of your guy, yeah, I'm going to say that's quite disrespectful, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, we live in a world where we've got the internet, do you see what I'm saying, okay? And we can find, companies that can do hair transplant easy as 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Google quickly, boom, bam, it's there. Multiple options, okay? And also on top of that, this friend, isn't it his responsibility to look to try and find someone? Well, actually, maybe it's a bit harsh to say isn't it his responsibilities, but I'm pretty sure he's got a few companies already lined up anyway. I mean, but to be fair, that's not really relevant, is it, really and truly? The question is, was Shauna being disrespectful to Adnan when she was asking for another man for his number? I'm going to say yeah. And that's not even from like an insecure part. It's more of the part of like, well, how do we know the intentions of this guy that you are, trading numbers with? How do we know? Do you know what I mean? There's too many layers of problems that can come with that, So to be honest with you, I'm going to say that she was probably wrong in that situation, to be honest with you, because, you change the roles. Let's say the cab driver was a woman or any situation where it's a woman, whatever. Adnam's like, oh, okay, well, I've got somebody, let me take your number down. I'm pretty sure she'll be feeling a certain type of way about it. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me personally, yeah, I don't feel that was cool. But anyway, let's get into obviously how the situation is then handled moving forward.
A bit agitated. He says to me, oh, you didn't ask my permission if you could take his number. To hide. So I said to him, listen, I do apologize if you felt that disrespectful. And maybe it's like a culture difference. He says to me, oh, I don't want to hear it, fuck off. I
mean, to be fair, I do feel like it would have been better if she had said, hey, do you mind if I take down this guy's number? To be honest with you, do you know what? Actually, do you know what? F that. What should have happened is very simple. When this guy mentioned about the hair transplant, Shauna's response should have been, oh, okay, what's the name of the company that you went to? That's what I would have asked. Okay, are they on IG? Are they on Facebook? Like, what's the name of them? Well, where's the website? Take down the name of the website, take down the name of the IG. Okay? Or you can take down the number of the actual surgeon itself. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't need the number of the actual cab driver. So to be fair with you, that's exactly how he should have gone about it. Simple as that. So because you don't need a third party in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Usually you have a third party if the middle person is somebody that you know and you trust, different conversation. But it's not the case of a random person. So to be honest, it should have been asking the name of the actual thing.
I'm open for us to have a conversation when he's calmed down.
reason. I don't want you anymore. Do what you want.
Let's just clarify that he's the one that says to her that I don't want you no more. He's broke up with her at this moment in time.
I think that's very disrespectful because I've been in your life for 2 years. We have ups and downs and need to go.
To go.
The fact that there's no consideration, there's no love, there's no sympathy shows me that this relationship is done.
And then at this point, this is when she decided to flip the script. She then decided to make the situation look as if she's the one leaving him when he's told her to go. Like, but she's like, nah, he's not breaking up with me. I have to break up with him. Some petty, immature stuff. Honestly, if this one was wondering why she's single in this life, boy, you're about to find out even more why. Delusional to the core.
Just for us to part amicably. It's not to get back together. That ship has sailed. We both understand the assignment.
You wish, but
We
you
don't-
can't.
Listen to me.
Or you wish.
Are you listening to me?
It's your wish.
I
She's trying to word herself. She's trying to say that, listen, it's obviously clear that we can't be together anymore. And then he goes, yeah, because that's your wish. Your wish is for us to get back together. And she's fully like, and I don't think you'll understand what I'm saying here. You know what's crazy? When I was watching the episode, this didn't actually register to me at the time. It didn't process to me that when he was saying you wish, I was like, why does he keep saying you wish? And then he hit me just this moment. It's like, man, this guy he's funny. He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. So obviously it's clear that we can't get back together. He's like, yeah, you wish. Sorry, it's just funny now, but now I get it. But anyway, yeah.
Don't dream.
Are you the sail? Do you know the meaning? Ship, sail, gone. Adnan, fake, pretends.
So what I use you? For what I use you?
I mean, it's a good question though. To be fair, you know, she says that he's a user, but what did he use you for? It's a very good question. What did he use you for? Because end of the day, this whole storyline has been her that's been the problem. She's been the problem from the beginning to the end. So what did he use you for? You know, he wasn't trying to marry you to get to the UK. It was her trying to get him to marry her. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So answer that question, but she couldn't answer that question. Absolutely full of it. This woman is crazy. Absolutely wackadoodoo.
You're a liar, a narcissist.
For what I use
And
you?
you're so immature.
Answer the question. What does he use you for? But he's not wrong. Like, end of the day, you know, well, she says he's immature, but boy, is she looking at herself in the situation? And the way she reacts as well, because of how he's responding to her, just pretty much tells us how much she's not the bigger person in the scenario.
No, I'm always a bigger person, so I'll give you a hug, Adnan.
I don't want a fake hug.
Fake? Adnan, why do you call me fake?
Somebody please explain to me where he called her fake. He literally said, I don't want a fake hug. Literally meaning that if I give you a hug, I'm not going to mean the hug. It's going to be a fake hug on my behalf because I don't want to hug you. And then she flips and goes, how am I fake? He didn't call you fake. First and foremost, he broke up with you, but you're not accepting that. You're now flipping the script. Okay, then you call him a narcissist, but you're the one that's been tunnel vision the whole time trying to get this man to propose to you. Mind-blowing.
Am I fake? You are fake. You are fake.
And then she goes off and throws a glass of water at him. She keeps talking about how immature he is. How he's this, how he's that. Not once does she sit there and look at her own behavior. Was there any need for her to throw a drink at him? No. The woman is in her feelings because he broke up with her, which she obviously cannot accept. So she has to flip the script. Still cannot explain how he used her. And then therefore talks about how he's a narcissist and how he's immature. And then because she's not getting the reaction that she wants, she then gets up and throws a drink at him. And walks off ranting about how she's this and how she's that. And the only man that she needs in his life is God and blah, 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 blah. Listen. She doesn't need a man in this world. She needs to go and see a freaking psychiatrist or something like that. That's what she needs to go see. The woman is nuts. Honestly, I hope she's not a role model. I hope her daughter does not look up to her mum, because otherwise her daughter's life is doomed as well. Oh my goodness gracious me. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts and let's get into the next one.
You
you expect for the future?
I want to marry with you in the UK.
Do if you eventually came to the UK?
From there, I can have any job there then.
The more he's talking about the UK, the more I'm getting worried.
I mean, yeah, it definitely felt a bit concerning. Obviously, he proposes to her, and then says, "Now I want to marry you in the UK." So I'm aware. So that clearly means that getting a visa for him to come to the UK is obviously something that he knows he can do. It's something that he's obviously looked into, because some people get married in that country and then get married to Sudan. So, all right, cool. But of course, the way my man's like, yes, I want to marry in the UK, and obviously when I'm in the UK, I can get any job. Definitely things that can definitely make you feel a bit suspect about the person. But to be honest with you, with Zaina, she knows that she's a lady who is purposely going out there seeking a man of a younger age for the purposes of her own sexual benefits. You see what I'm saying? So she's fully aware of the fact that she's using him for that. So at the same time, she knows that he must be using her for something else, because in her eyes, she knows, or in her eyes, why would a man of his age want to be with a woman of her age? Do you see what I'm saying? And also on top of that, did he mention something about kids? I think there may have been an episode where he mentioned something about children, but I could be wrong. Either way, though, let's continue.
Doesn't mean that he doesn't love me. Just because Ibrahim wants to get to the UK doesn't mean that he doesn't love me. They're worried that you're only wanting to marry me to get to the UK.
I'll be happy wherever I live.
The second that she brings up the whole thing about coming to the UK, the man flipped the script real quick, toned it down. He's like, nah, but I'll be happy to live here with you, though. The way he flipped the script real quick, this guy, he's like, how do I make her believe that I don't want to just come to the UK? Okay, let me tell her that I'll be happy to be here too. And even if we end up being here for a little bit longer, at least I know when I'm here, she's gonna be paying for everything. So he understands that it's a win for him regardless. The difference of him moving to the UK compared to staying in Gambia with her is that in Gambia, he will probably still do the little odd jobs here and there, but the finances will be coming from her most of the time. But if he was to move to the UK, he understands that he can get a job of his own where he can have finances that he can send home. You see what I'm saying? So listen, he's on the ball. He's on the ball, but he's probably saying it with the hopes that, you know, she decides to believe that he actually wants to come to the UK for her and not for anything else. But she does pick up on it.
So happy if I stayed in the Gambia. You don't mind?
Of course, I don't mind, yeah.
Oh, that's really lovely. Ibrahim said he'd like to move to the UK, but now he's changed his tune a bit. I don't really know what Ibrahim really wants.
It's just hilarious because she picks up on everything, but yet will still say, but I do believe he loves me, though.
I don't really think he's a con man or anything like that, but my mind's all over the place at the moment. I'm having a lot of reservations about the engagement, the marriage.
I don't know. I don't know how somebody can be so awake to everything that they're witnessing, but yet act so blind to everything that they're witnessing. Do you see what I'm saying? She's fully aware that there could be a scam going on, but also at the same time still adamant that this man loves her and wants to be with her. Can somebody make sense out of that, please? Absolutely. Come on, like, make sense out of this for me, please, because this is absolutely bonkers.
I don't know if I can commit to marriage. Suspicions that I had about you when I thought your sister was your wife, then your nephew was your child. Abraham, hold my hand. It's not no, but I'm going to go home and speak to my family.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you ask me personally, I don't think they end up getting married. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they did, but I'm not convinced that they will. That's something that obviously we have to wait to find out next week, or whichever episode it's obviously going to be revealed. But at the end of the day, again, like I said before, she's fully aware that this is probably a scam, but yet still has this delusion of saying maybe it's not. I would not want to live inside of her brain, to be honest with you. It's just given that I'm losing my mind type attitude. But hey, some of these things cannot be answered until we see other episodes, you know what I mean? So I have to wait and find out. But hey, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.